My name is Dennis Irwin. I'm the practice manager for Unified Communications at Nortec. Some of the people on the call may know me, some people may not, but you'll know me after this call. So, the thing I want to talk about today is the Lifesize UVC platform, Icon series endpoints, and the Lifesize UVC bundles. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here and moving on my slides. So, why video collaboration? I'm going to kind of start off a little bit with, video collaboration and move into the actual product itself. So, today in the past few years, as a companies, we've experienced really big changes. We now have legions of remote workers. There's fewer physical offices, and work hours are flexible, and sometimes, some people have to work around the clock. In this global business environment, the need to reach out and build strong relationships with our partners, suppliers, developmental teams, investors, and customers is more important and, much more challenging than it's ever been. So, why video conferencing? In a visual society, UCLA study shows that 90% of all effective communication is nonverbal. It's not just about what you say, it's actually about how you look while saying it, and video gets your message across. For all types of business sizes of businesses, whether you're you're large or small, medium-sized business, it really doesn't matter. High definition video conferencing today is bringing people together simply and conveniently for more effective communications, and it builds the need to be able to have connected relationships and collaborate a lot more efficiently. So, by the way, I'm going to kind of go through some slides here quickly and talk about, why Lifesize, why a couple of products, and then I'll get into the actual products. And at the end of the presentation, I'll actually share my desktop and show you the management part of the UVC platform, which you'll understand after the slides, and some things with the clients. All right. So, why Lifesize? Lifesize was founded in 2003. They're headquartered in Austin, Texas. So they've been doing video conferencing for a very long time. They have a global presence that's throughout, America, Europe, Asia Pacific. They have partners in all of those countries. They have excellent partner opportunities for companies like us who don't have an office a global office where we're able to work with, global resellers in order to deploy our US clients in their, physical locations, whether it's in the UK or in France or, Asia, somewhere like that. So, as you can see, Lifesize has 15,000 active customers. They're in over 100 countries, and like I said, there's over 1,800 global resellers, and they give us the ability to work with other resellers for deployment purposes. So it makes a very good, let's say, partnership, so that we're able to help the clients that are globally dispersed. Another thing about Lifesize is that they were acquired in 2009 by Logitech. Logitech is the leader in desktop video conferencing, and it was just a natural fit for them. So Lifesize is basically Logitech's, high definition corporate sister company. So, what is unique about video collaboration, or Lifesize's approach to video collaboration? And this is where I want to actually talk and spend some time. The other slides I kind of just went through. Lifesize actually has recently introduced what they call smart video. And just like smartphones, fundamentally redefine cell phones, Lifesize Smart Video redefines video conferencing by radically simplifying the user experience. Feature-rich HD video is available at the touch of a button, which means conferencing experiences that far exceed what is provided with other video conferencing systems. And I'll show you that throughout these slides, and you'll understand that a little more. And if you've seen the other systems, you'll definitely understand how this is a lot easier. The smart video experience basically strips away all of the complicated processes that are, inherent in video today to make you be able to connect much more effectively and focus on what matters. Lifesize UVC works behind the scenes to link meeting rooms, laptops, tablets, smartphones for an exceptional and frustration-free user experience. We use name-based calling, seamless escalation to group calls. We give presence, instant messaging, content sharing, recording, and live streaming, which makes it very simple and intuitive for users to connect and collaborate with each other in ways that they've never seen before. So we're just going to kind of take a look here and see, what does smart video really mean in your day-to-day operations. How often do you dial an actual phone number? Most people dial from a directory or a speed dialing list. And what Lifesize has done is they've brought that capability into video conferencing. So thanks to a unified searchable directory, you no longer have to remember or type in ridiculously long IP addresses to be able to reach your peers or other conference rooms, people outside of your environment. You can simply scroll through your contact list and see who's online and available and click on their name to reach out to them. It's very simple. And most importantly, the directory is always up to date, as it's centrally managed and pre-populated when you add somebody into the management software or add a room or something of that nature. So, with that said, when you do add people to your conversation, I'm going to kind of talk about, seamless call escalation and how this stuff works. And, it's not just about, meeting with multiple people, it's about, point to point, multiple people, ad hoc meetings, and having a choice of how to do that. And with the Lifesize solution, you don't have to worry about, those kinds of things anymore. You can simply look for another person and add him to or her to your conversation. You don't have to disconnect your call to go find a meeting room or contact IT to be able to set up or schedule a meeting. You can move from a two-person call to a multi-party call with ease. You can simply access the directory, find your additional party, and click to call them. If someone calls you to join in a discussion, you can simply click to accept, and it's really as easy as that. And as I said, equally as simple, accepting an incoming call is just a pop-up box that will, ask you to add the caller to your meeting. And if you don't want to be on that call, of course, you can just deny it. You also have the ability to, if somebody calls you from a multi-party call and you happen to be on a multi-party call, you have the ability to be able to merge those two meetings and have everybody together in one conference. So, it has really nice seamless call escalation features. And that's, the important thing, as I said, is, it's just very easy to call somebody. It's when you get a call, it's easy to escalate that call using the, Lifesize UVC platform and the bundle that they give you with it. So by the way, we are talking about the UVC bundles. The reason I put all of these particular products in together is because they are included. So anything we talk about here, you would have the ability to do with these UVC bundles. Now, let me also say that these are a lot of PowerPoint slides, and we'll go through all of this, but we also have the ability to show you this all live and do a live demo either at our office or your office at a future date. But with Lifesize, not only can you, be able to add people and to your conversation, have seamless escalation, but you can also talk to people that are outside of your organization. So, inviting guests, ringing all devices and call routing. So what that means is we have the ability to have multiple devices on your Lifesize UVC account. So in your Lifesize UVC account as a person or an individual, you could have a laptop, a smartphone, a tablet, multiple systems that are on your Lifesize account, but and they will all ring at the same time if somebody calls to you, and you have the choice of, which one you want to answer. If you're changing and you're leaving offices, which we'll get into a couple of minutes, you'll be able to just simply take the call with you. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time talking about taking the call with you. So if you're in your office, and having a meeting with a client, and you realize that you have another meeting at another client's location, and you want to maybe, let's say, go and start moving and you're going to be late if you don't get off this call, but you don't want to hang up, you don't have to anymore with Lifesize Video Conferencing. You could do a live call transfer. And that's a unique function that allows a user with multiple devices registered to their account to transfer a call between those devices with a push of a button. So, and this is if you had received an incoming call from a video system or on your laptop or on your mobile phone, you can move them very easily. So you can remain connected while mobile. You can mute your audio and video as you travel, but of course, please don't drive distracted. So, or just take a taxi or have somebody else drive. And how many times have you received a call from someone you would know would be better served from another person? So we have the ability to do what we call a warm transfer. And so with the ability to escalate the call into a multi-party meeting, we can pull somebody into that call and simply leave the call and leave them together, which would work as a warm transfer. And it works very nicely. And similar to telephony or IP telephony, we can now transfer video calls and have presence and do all that kind of stuff through a video system as well. Whether you're on a room system, your desktop, Mac, PC, a mobile phone, all that good stuff. So with that said, Lifesize has a very broad bring your own device support. Companies today are looking for a really high quality, secure calling from whether you're on, and we're talking about video calling, whether on your desktop or your mobile device, and with Lifesize, we can affordably extend mobile video calling to every single employee using Macs, PCs, and more than 50 iOS devices, Androids, and all of those, so 50 iOS and Android devices. These can be, point-to-point video calls, and it's all high definition, or they could be multi-point video calls, and it all works completely seamlessly. You also have the ability with the UVC bundle You also have the ability with the UVC bundle. And by the way, I just got it, and I am saying that somebody hears me, but they don't see me. And that's because I'm not actually, I don't know, that may have been old, but that's because I'm not showing my video today. I'm just showing a PowerPoint presentation, and we can do a full video presentation and demonstration at another time. So with this UVC bundle and product, you have the ability to be able to create your own video portals for users or for your company. And in those video portals, you have the ability to record, share, automatically post your videos. So the power and simplicity of Lifesize's Video Center product, it's basically a one-touch product that will record and share all of your meetings that you want to. So you basically click the button, a window comes up, and it asks you for your password. Your password is your own video area, and off you go. You start recording it. When you end that recording can be posted live, onto like your YouTube channel or directly to your website, wherever you may want to post it. Now, we're actually not using the UVC bundle on this particular call. We're actually using Microsoft Lync, which is why I'm not sharing my video and recording it and posting it with Lifesize. However, as I said, we can do that for you in a live demonstration, no problem, and very easily. So to move on, next thing here. Also pretty much everything I've talked about, as everybody would know listening on the call, is based on end user experience. But not only is Lifesize easy and simple to use for your end users, but it's also, makes your IT administrators happy. Users are, of course, pleased, with the ease of use, but our solution is simple, it's ready to go, and it's scalable to grow with your businesses. It auto provisions and it allows simultaneous deployments of multiple video systems very easily. And once a system is plugged in on the network and found by the infrastructure, the provisioning is simple and done through a web page. Also, we have a clustering feature in our call control solution, and it allows us to connect multiple Lifesize multi-party calls to our Lifesize solution, right? If one of those calls would happen to fail during the the active call, it would be escalated and moved to an active appliance. So that's just a little bit about the administration, which I'm just going to actually open and show you the administration tool. Now, the smart video, they say that it's a connected experience, and basically what that's saying is basically you have mobile video call control, multi-party video calling, streaming and recording, and management. So all in one product and one solution, we're able to give you a software-based solution that gives you, as we talked about earlier, all the different mobile video and call control components, the escalation, the transferring, multi-party video calling, which we haven't gotten into too much. We'll get into that in a minute. Streaming and recording, we talked about, and of course the management of the system, which we'll talk a little bit more about. So the next part of the Lifesize UVC bundle solution is the Lifesize Icon. And the Lifesize Icon is a video endpoint for one of your rooms. And when I say that, so if you have a conference room where you want multiple people to sit and you want to project it up onto a big display, that would be a room system. The Lifesize Icon series, this is an actual picture of it. It's showing it with dual displays. It's showing, people on the left and content on the right, so we can actually split the screen for data and video. This is the actual camera right here. It's a 10x digital zoom camera. The Lifesize Icon phone is this flying saucer looking device, and you can control the entire system simply by the phone or by this one touch, one button remote control. And then to the right, that's the actual codec and some extension mics. So also, as I said before, we have the mobile client and support. So our mobile clients are any PC, Mac, and over 50 iOS and Android devices. So Lifesize UVC is the platform, and it's the beginning of smart video. Lifesize designed the system to be all about making the user experience much easier and more intuitive, so that people who have shied away in the past from using video due to cost and complexity can now actually embrace and use it. The solution is different from any codec or endpoint that users may be looking at today. And those other systems are standalone systems that can't really easily be adapted to the user's changing needs. This system is very intuitive. It's simple to use. With the sleek remote, you can navigate the user interface with ease. The icons are clearly, and let me go back to them here so you can see what I'm talking about. Actually, they don't have a picture of it, so never mind. Let me go back here. So, it's a very easy to use bundled solution, and the Lifesize UVC bundle, it comes in 3 different sizes and configurations, and those are just small, medium, and large. And when they say small is up to 100 users, medium is up to 250, and large is up to 500, they're just talking about the client licenses and the amount of ports that you're going to get in your bundle. The bundle actually comes on a hardware appliance. Lifesize gives you 2 appliances with each bundle so that you have redundancy. And I'll go over the actual components of the bundle when I get to that part. Now, what does it actually look like? This is what it looks like. So we have, our signaling and media, which is basically our multi-party solution, IPPBX registration. So if we want to have audio call paths going from the IPPBX to the Lifesize unit, you're able to do that and integrate it with your phone system so that people can be audio only calls on an actual telephone, right? You can connect to video systems, mobile clients, another video system, and this is all looking at your, inside your network, right? And then when you get outside of your network, you can actually connect to video systems outside of your network using firewall and NAT transversal, and the same thing with all the video mobile clients. Now, the solution actually includes built-in firewall and NAT transversal, which we will get to. Oh, so Lifesize customers, I'm just threw this slide in here for some reason. I just wanted to let everybody know that Lifesize is a very large company. They're a huge player, and they're in a lot of big companies. If you would like any type of references or case studies or a client list based on your specific uh, vertical, we can provide that, because as you see here, they have it separated by verticals, but they go a lot further with their case studies and stuff. So just let us know if you guys would like any kind of case studies. Also, I wanted to mention that with the Microsoft UVC bundle, you have the ability to natively integrate with Microsoft Lync. That's a pretty important feature. Microsoft and Lifesize are both founding members of the Unified Communications Interoperability Forum, which is what led to the H.264 SVC format. So they're interoperable and they work data sharing, and I'll get to that. So what can you do in Microsoft's commitment? Lifesize supports Lync interoperability with Lync 2010 and Lync 2013 clients to be able to join onto the call. Now, on top of that, Lifesize supports any H.323 and SIP endpoint. So it could be a Polycom endpoint, it could be a Cisco endpoint, and we can all use the Microsoft the Lifesize multi-party bridge. Lifesize has the ability to display 49 callers on a single screen, and those callers can be a mix of Lync people, Lifesize codecs, Lifesize Icon codecs, ClearC mobile clients, and they can all work together. So just a little bit about the Microsoft Lync, and then a very important note about that H.264 is that it gives us the ability to do content sharing directly to Microsoft Lync users. So not only are Lync users able to be involved and included on the multi-party conference, but they also can see the data that's being shared. The Lifesize UVC bundle gives us the ability through the codecs directly to share data, presentations, and anything on a PC. So there are, like I said, and I was actually already talking about this, but I don't know why I was talking before my slide, but I can connect any traditional video systems with Lync. It's a software-based bridge. It can run on, Microsoft Hyper-V or VMware. The UVC bundle actually it includes hardware appliances, so you don't have to worry about providing your own virtual environment. As you can see over here on the right part of the screen, this is just a little screenshot with a sample configuration of what I was talking about. So we can have a Lync 2013 laptop, a Lifesize Icon, a series. We could have a Lync 2010 laptop, iPad, Mac with ClearC, an iPhone, and a Cisco SIP system, and a Polycom system. So we could take all these different separate disparate systems, and when they call into our UVC platform, which is included in the bundle, then they are able to all communicate and talk together and collaborate. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next slide here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about these applications that are in the UVC bundle. Lifesize UVC, as I said, it's a software-based system, and we basically just add the applications that you need. So video conferencing goes where you go. So I'm going to talk a little bit about ClearC. Lifesize ClearC, it's the most complete solution for a PC, Mac, or mobile device, and it gives you HD video and a truly collaborated experience. So you get presence, the directory information, text, content sharing, document sharing, spreadsheets, all of that stuff, whether you're on a PC, a Mac, or your mobile device. So a couple things I just want to touch on really quick with the mobile calling and call control, as we've talked about. I'm almost finished with my slides here. As we've talked about through this presentation, with the mobile calling, you get some nice features. One of them is unlimited user accounts. So, with the bundle, and like I said, I'll show you the quantities of ports and everything that you get with each particular bundle. The bundle is for consecutive call ports for mobile phones and PCs and Macs. If you have 1,000 users in your company, and you could roll out the software to 1,000 users, and you can give them all accounts, but only let's say maybe 25 people could simultaneously be provided included on a conference call because they're consecutive licenses. And like I said, we have a very broad support for many devices. The ease of use is great. The live call transfers, ring all of your devices, answer whichever one you're on, and one-touch multi-party call escalation. So it's very easy. I can just click one button, it takes me to the directory, and I can escalate and add more people into my video call. And as I've mentioned, it's a software-based solution, and the Lifesize UVC multipoint is designed to bring all of these disparate systems and people together, right? So I was just talking about the ClearC, which is for the mobile devices. Multipoint is another app that runs on the UVC that allows you to bring multiple people onto the call. Now, their ports are flex ports, and they're all software ports. So you can, if you buy 5 HT flex ports, you could put 5 HT systems onto your call. Or if you were using not HD, you could put up to 20 VGA calls on one system, right? You can buy up to 20 ports on one system, and they can be stacked to give you additional flexibility. So, as I said, multi-party calling, we have the ultimate flexibility. You can scale it and add as you go. You can range from 360p to 1080p for the calls, and as you change your bandwidth in your call, it gives you more capacity, of course. And you can join meetings anywhere, anytime, seamlessly escalate calls, and we support Microsoft Lync. So the next thing I want to talk about with UVC is the streaming and recording, right? And with the streaming and recording solution, as I said before, we're able to do one click and then put in a password, and we're streaming and recording our solution. Now, I mentioned the recording part. I actually haven't mentioned streaming yet. So as I'm in a conference, and let's say I might have 5 people and 5 video systems in this conference, and I'm recording it. It's recording my video, my data, my audio, and then I have the ability to stream that to people remotely. The people on the remote end that are viewing this as a stream are not able to communicate with me except for via IM. Everything else is one-way communication, of course, because they're via stream. So we can do up to 20 HD recordings or 2,000 live streams in one system. It's one touch. We can stream it. So if I'm a user and I need to see your company's, meeting to everybody, and I happen to be on vacation, but I still need to be on that meeting anyway because the president of the company is talking about something I have to hear, and they're streaming it. I could do it from my Mac or my iPhone or whatever I want to do. And then the network management. So we have the ability with Lifesize UVC. It's a really nice product, and the management is very simple. So everything is managed through one user interface, one console. You can automatically update all your endpoint codecs and software by pushing it out through that console. Keep everything up to date, and adding users and stuff is simple. And I'll actually show you that in a second. So as I said, it's fast, easy. So we also have the ability to do some really nice other stuff to make the network administrator or the network engineer's job much easier, like fast, easy scheduling through Microsoft Outlook. So we can tie into Microsoft Exchange, and you can schedule your video calls directly through your Exchange calendar. And as I said, everything that we're talking about here is included in the bundle. And the bundled price is really low, which we can help you guys with that later as well. Um, so like I said, there's plug into Microsoft Outlook, the smart scheduler, so we can schedule recurring meetings, automatically have conference rooms and people dialed from the Lifesize UVC system. So instead of having to, call and remember who you're going to call and add them to the conference, just simply create a recurring appointment, add the people to it, and then let's say 10 a.m. on Monday morning when your conference starts, the Lifesize UV system will automatically connect all those codecs. So there's no other resource needed except for adding it in your Exchange calendar. And that is the end of my slideshow. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to move over and I'm going to talk a little bit about, and for just a couple of minutes here, about the UVC bundle itself. The UVC bundle includes all of the abilities that we talked about just now. And I'm just going to get down here to the quantities. So the Lifesize UVC bundle configuration. So as I mentioned before, they have the small, medium, and large. They put up to this many users, but the reason that they put that is because that's what they estimate a company that size would use in video conferencing. As you can see with the small, they're giving you two 1150 appliances. So they're giving you redundant hardware. It's a 2U rack or 3U rack mount appliance, and I think it's 2U. It's a rack mount appliance, and it runs everything internally. You don't have to buy anything else. It gives you 15 mobile video ports, and remember they're consecutive ports. So you can actually take those 15, ports, and you can have 100 users install it on all 100 people's machines, and only 15 people can go through it at one time. Multi-party calling ports. With the small bundle, you get 5 HD ports. Remember, those are flex ports, so you're able to do 5 HD calls, which could be 1080p, or you could have, and most calls are 720p, or you could have, if you're using 380, which is VGA, you could have 20 people on that one call. You can do one concurrent video recording, and all of these items can be upped in quantity. And then you can do 25 concurrent streams. So on this call, if I was using the Lifesize UVC bundle, and we do have Lifesize UVC at Nortec, however, ours is not the bundled package that they currently are selling. Ours we bought separately, and we haven't bought Video Center which is why we're not doing it on on Lifesize currently. Video Center used to actually be a little bit expensive and pricey, but now that it's included in here, it is not. They've also changed the way they do the ports to where you can buy one port. So they give you one port of Video Center. So that what that means is that one person can consecutively record and stream. If you bought another port, then you could have 2 people consecutively record and stream. And in order to record and stream, you simply sit in front of one of the life-size codecs, like the Icon, or you could actually be on a SIP endpoint as well, and you hit a button, put in your recording code, and you record. And then while you're recording live, you could have 25 people viewing that stream. So I could have 25 participants that go to a website. When they go to that website is displaying my live video stream. And then 5 seats of management. So that's the amount of people that are allowed to use the management interface, right? So that's the way that they do that for the small. For the medium, they give you the 1150 and a 3350. The 3350 is a more powerful appliance, and because it has more ports, they want to give it more power, right? So, and remember, as I said earlier in this conversation, you have the ability to cascade these products and use them together and fail over, right? So it's really nice. With the medium bundle, they also give you 30 video ports, HD ports, so you could do 30 consecutive calls. And with that, I'm sorry, mobile video ports, you can do 30 mobile people, and they give you 10 multi-party calling ports. Now, what that means is I could do, 3 three-way calls, which would equal 9, right, of HD quality. I could do 2 5-way calls. I can do 1 10-way call. So it's just that's the maximum number of ports that can be reached. This can be grown just by adding more ports and purchasing more ports. Again, you get the 1 for the video center recording, and you get 50 live streams in this package, and then you get 10 management seats because they figure if you have more users, you have more administrators. And then the large bundle, they give you two 1150s for redundancy, and then the 3350. They give you the ability to have 60 consecutive mobile video ports. Now, let me also mention, why do you wonder why do you have 60 mobile video ports, but you only have 20 multi-party calling ports, right? So uh, these mobile video ports are the ClearSea product that we talked about earlier that run on all of your different devices, and I could on that device make a three-way call, video call, and not use any of my multi-party calling ports just through the ClearSea device. Okay, so that's why those can be higher. I could also have, 15, 15, 20 people or whatever, making a call via ClearSea, a point-to-point video call, and that doesn't affect the multi-party calling ports. Sorry. And the only thing that affects this is if you have actual people in the multi-party call on the bridge, right? So, and then you have 50 video streams, 5 management seats, and then it just goes up as you see. We have the 60, 20, 100 video streams, and then 20 management seats. So, as far as stuff I was going to show you on that, that's it. Now I'm going to go ahead really quickly and just log in here to the management interface for Lifesize. This is the UVC platform, and what you'll see is it'll take me into the multi-party. All right, so I'm inside of the Lifesize UVC platform. I automatically log in. And you can see it automatically put me here in the Lifesize UVC multipoint, and that's because that's the last place I was at. And this is where I can come in and I can configure my UVC multipoint system. I can schedule conferences. I can start conferences, manage the conferences. So if you're a company that has somebody that would actually manage the conference for the users, I could do it very simply right here. This is also where I can go in and I can set up default conferences to allow people to have access to. So as you can see at Nortec, remember I said we don't use the video center, but we do use the UVC product. We just don't have all of the pieces because we didn't buy it in the bundle, unfortunately, because it wasn't available. But we will eventually have them. So we have 4 conferences that are always available and set up and ready. They have names, as you can see. We have demo, general, sales, text. They all have numbers. Those are extension numbers. I could call and get into those conferences using those names or numbers as we talked about before. They also have external IP addresses. So just to show you real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and just show you if I was managing a call, how I would make a call. So I'm gonna take this Lifesize General and I'm gonna add someone to this call, right? And I'm gonna add, I'm just gonna type in an IP address because I have them in my list because that's how I type. I'm gonna add this. I'm just gonna click the list, video, auto protocol, auto bitrate. I can choose what kind of protocol I want. I can choose, the speed or the bandwidth used, and whether it's video or just voice. And I'm gonna dial out, and you'll see my call just rang. I can hear it in my other room. I just connected somebody using ClearSea to the call, right? So I want to put another person in here, and I'm just doing this, managing the call. I could give the end user the ability to do it through, like I said, you can schedule calls through Outlook. You can go directly to the device itself, pick up the remote, go to the directory, and click the call, right? Because we're on a web call, I'm showing you the way that I can show you. So I just added another person to this call. So now I have 2 people on this phone call, right? If I want to add a Lync user to this call, I would just simply click here and put somebody like myself, which you'll see in a second. My Microsoft Lync will ring. I won't answer it because if I answer it, it'll put this call on hold. Or actually, you know what? No, I can't because then you won't be seeing my data sharing anymore. So I won't answer it, but you're going to see it ring. And that's calling me on Microsoft Lync. I can't answer it, so I'm gonna hang up anyway. Uh, if I had this call live right now and I want to manage it, I could come over here and this the three little tabs is details. So I can go to the layout and I can choose what layout I want this call to be in right now. I could do the same thing from the remote control, but I'm just showing you the web interface. And I have it set to auto. I could have it so that it's one person in the screen, and the person who's in the screen would be the active speaker. You would never see yourself, right? The next window you can see I have the active speakers large, and then participants are in small windows on the bottom. And these would be the four most active participants, and this would be the person, the active speaker. And again, the big windows are active speakers, right? The most active, the little windows and all of these configurations are participants. So this is how I could select my layouts, right? Also, while I'm live on the call, I can mute people's audio, video. I can do all that good stuff. I can go into this user experience and I can turn off self-view or on self-view. So if you don't want to see yourself, I can make it so you're not going to see yourself, and all that good kind of stuff, which I would go into more detail on a demo. If you choose to have a demo, we would go into all this with complete detail. But I'm just showing you the interface. And this is my conferences. Here's my dashboard scheduler. So as I said, I could schedule through Microsoft Outlook if I had Manager. And by the way, if you look at the top bar here, you'll see I have Video Engine, Clearacy, Multipoint, Transit, Access. These are the apps that you can run inside of the UVC software product, and we're only running Multipoint, Clearacy, and Video Engine. Video Engine is a Lync thing that is is no longer needed for Lync actually, but Video Center is the one I was talking about before that does the streaming and recording. But as you can see, all I do is click on the different applications to manage them. So it's a single image, a single interface, a single management for all of the systems, right? Inside of this scheduler, let's say I wanted to schedule a call for today. I double click, it's going to pull it up. It's going to get an ID. I can give it a name, description, a password so that it's secure, the start date, end date. I can make it repeat. So if I want, the ability to have it a weekly meeting, I can have it repeat weekly, and then I can have it end, after, one time, X amount of times, until, and at a date, right? So I could schedule this conference and have it recurring. And under advanced settings here, you can see I could tell it my bit rate or my resolution. So I could be at 720p, 1080p. The default layout, if I click here, it chooses all my layouts. And as you can see here on this bottom one, I could do up to 49 little people. That's funny, but I'm just going to choose auto. Audio codecs. So these are the different codecs that are allowed. So if I had Lync people coming into the meeting, I would, well, actually there's audio codecs, but video codecs, if I had Lync people coming into the meeting, I would choose H.264 as a selected codec, right? And then, or also RT video if you wanted, but and that H.264 SVC will give you the ability to have Lync people be able to not only join the meeting, but also view the data you share. So, in Lync, I have a four-way call going. I would have four little windows, and then I would have my data in another window. It's really nice, and I can show you that live as well in a demonstration. We use Lync and Lifesize at Nortec. So the participants that I want to have into this call, I can click here. I just add participants, and I'm going to add myself. Oh, it's already in there, but I can add by email address if I'm doing somebody's desktop, or I can add by IP address, whatever, however way I want to do it, and I just add the participants in there. And I can do all this, and then here's all my different little things like self view and the stuff that I showed you when I was live in that call. I can do that all ahead of time. I say okay, and then it'll schedule the call, right? So now whenever that call was scheduled for at that specific date and time, if I go to get onto that call, like if we scheduled it for tomorrow at 10 a.m. at 10 a.m. tomorrow, the system would connect all endpoints and no user would have to intervene. So you walk into your video conferencing room and you're looking at the other people in your video conferencing room. And you can see the new conference I just set up right here. So I have these calls going on, as I said. I showed you the details, all that nice stuff. I showed you how I can schedule a call. And that's really about it as far as the Lifesize using the multi-point that I'm going to show you at this time. Now, I can go through and I'll show you later if you decide to have a demo how we configure all this different stuff, and I will also get these unlocked so I can show you, the video center management configuration and all that kind of stuff as well. But actually, I am going to show you one more thing. And after I show you this one more thing, which I actually wasn't going to show, we're going to be done here. So as you can see, this is Microsoft Lync 2013, right? And in Microsoft Lync 2013, I can connect and join into these video calls, and I have this presence information. So you see I have Lifesize General. This is a Lifesize call here. My conference is scheduled. Uh, it's also here in Lync, right? So this is the Kodak. The Kodak is showing that it's busy, but the conference is not. I just want to make this is the one point I'm trying to make for you guys here. And the reason is because I have multiple ports available in that conference. So the presence is showing available until I run out of ports. So even in Microsoft Lync, which is a different product, I can tell. And that's pretty powerful. Now, the other thing I just want to show you real quick here is if I highlight over my conference, hold on. Okay, so if I highlight over my ports here, you'll see that that just dropped down and it shows that I have one active conference, four on demand, the scheduled ones. It shows it pretty much everything in the system. And it also shows you your ports available down at the bottom. So as you can see, I have one available 720p port, two 480p or 16 voice that I could add to this current call. And that's all I'm showing you there. So that's actually all I have. If I'm going to open it up for any questions that anybody has. And let me make sure you guys are not muted. You guys should be able to talk. Okay, so as I said earlier, we'd love to be able to come out and show you this entire product live, or you could come into our offices, which always works really well because we have pretty much everything running and up and a nice system that is well built. So I appreciate your time and thank you very much.
Thank you very much too.